Welcome everybody to Lego Fortnite, one of the most anticipated games within Fortnite launching. Obviously, Lego is a massive IP and it's been teased for so long now. We're finally here. What is it all about? So I've just been playing the last 2 or 3 hours with Loserfruit and Laserbeam, and I've learned a lot about the game. So if you're just getting started, make sure to stick around because I'm going to teach you guys a bunch of tips if you're playing for the first time, because it's similar in some ways to Minecraft, but also very different. So once you spawn into the world, you'll actually get an NPC who will spawn with you. I think most of the times it's Bright Bomber, and there'll be a little dialogue, and pretty much essentially it's like kind of a support thing in the game, so that if you need to like figure out how to, you know, play the game at all, if you're completely lost, that's for you. That's what you do if you don't have me telling you what to do, or if you're lost at any point of the game. But essentially you'll load into the game and there will be obviously mobs out here. So you got chickens that you can harvest for resources, but they are kind of annoying and run away. So I would, you know, suggest getting a weapon before doing so. But at the core of this, it's a resource gathering game. So exactly like Minecraft, you really want to start this out by punching some trees. You can collect wood on the floor like that, but you can of course punch the trees, punch the bushes, and you'll get wood resources as well. You know, you kind of want to get an axe for this down the line like Minecraft, but you need, guess what, the wood to like really progress from the start of this. So yeah, at the start of the game is pretty much just like Minecraft, but the building is where it really changes a lot. Alrighty, and that should be enough wood going around. So we're playing on PC for this gameplay. You can hit tab to open up your inventory. You got your map over here. So once you explore areas, you can of course, you know, actually see it fully out on the map. And then you can also invite players and give them keys. If they have a key, they can play the server without you being online, which is dope for cross progression. Now let's talk about food. If you look at the top left, that is your, I think, saturation bar. That's what it's called in Minecraft. That's your hunger levels. And when that goes to 0, you start losing hearts. So you want to eat things around the map to actually make that go up. And when you eat food, you do also regain health. And I believe if you eat cooked food, you actually end up going above the 3 that you start with. So that's how you get extra health in the game. So let's just eat these. Some foods take longer to eat than others, but you can find plentiful amounts of it just where you spawn. So don't worry, it's not too hard to find. All right, so once you've gathered enough resources, you want to go ahead and make your first build, which if you hit Q is a campfire. This is how you start off the village. And there's a big aspect in Lego about villages. So let's place the campfire down, and you'll see immediately Bright Bomber is kind of going towards the campfire. It signifies the start of an area of which you're building a village. So after you've built that, you'll actually get access to more things, and that's kind of how the progression of this works. You build things to unlock the knowledge to build more things, which is, you know, very different in Minecraft. You can kind of build everything all at once. So you see I've got a starter shack here. I can start that build, or I can build a crafting bench. So obviously the wood you can get from either punching the trees or picking up the ground, but the stone you'll have to get off the floor because you can't really punch the rock yet. Also, when you pick up stones, sometimes you might get a spider. Don't worry, they're not that bad. They're pretty easy to defeat. I highly recommend in combat to use your control bind. I don't know what it is for controller to evade. It's pretty good, and you'll need it for some of the harder bosses in the game as well. Alrighty, the other thing in the top left that you want to note is underneath the hunger bar, that is the temperature gauge. You ever played Zelda? Kind of similar vibes where you need to make sure you're in the middle, because if you're too hot or too cold, you'll start taking damage, and I believe there are other effects that work for that as well, which is not great. All right, so let's build our crafting bench right next to our campfire, and then we can use it to craft tools. So we're gonna get a pickaxe and a forest axe. Pickaxe is more important because we need that to actually harvest granite. There we go. And if we want to make a forest axe, we're gonna need more granite. So we'll take our pickaxe and we'll go pick up this granite here and here, so we can make it already, but oh, there's another spider. So the pickaxe doesn't deal more damage, at least to spiders, but there are some enemies that it is better to use a pickaxe than a sword, which is what you build later on. It's so interesting, this whole Lego Fortnite experience, because it's like you're in the Fortnite world, but the structures that you craft are Lego structures, and all the resources are, you know, these types of structures. It's so crazy. So yeah, we got our granite. We'll go over here and we'll make our forest axe. That's, of course, going to allow us to harvest wood from the trees, and also allow us to take on bigger trees, because we can punch these ones, but we can't actually punch these ones. We have to farm them with an axe and actually take them down. Now, there's interesting things that you can do with this. I actually saw You'll see there the log just fell down. Loser fruit, use that to kill a wolf, and it will damage you as well. So be careful of the tree falling down. You can kill things, and I think you can harm yourself as well. So if you go up to the tree, you can actually hit E on it, and you can try to push it. Obviously, it only really makes sense when you're trying to push the side of it. I haven't really explored too much with this, but I think you can use it to set up traps and whatnot and roll it down hills and all that fun stuff. All right, so while it's raining, let's get some wood. Alrighty, so we are done. We've got a bunch of wood in our inventory, so each stack goes to 30. At that point of which you then go on to another stack. Again, I'm just going to keep saying it a lot like Minecraft because I think it's the easiest thing to relate for this kind of experience. So it's nighttime and it's raining. This is bad for two reasons. One, because you can't actually build anything in the rain. That sucks. But also, enemies will start spawning like skeletons. So if we talk to her, she's just going to give us a bunch of kind of, yeah, again, this is like if you're really lost, go talk to her. But we need to kind of build a shelter for our tool bench. So we'll go over here, and if we go to our starter shacks, we can't actually build it on top of the crafting table, which is a little annoying. So we'll build it there, and I believe we can pickaxe this one down to break it. So we get some of our resources back, but you actually have to build it first. So once you're here, you can kind of go up to it to click the remaining parts because you got to do each part as a section, which is very interesting. So you got to go up to each place, hit Q, which is on like kind of PC, and then build all of the separate parts. And each part has stages, which is crazy. It actually takes quite a while to build this, like going through all of it. And I don't know if it's like a super fluid system, but it is the system. Now that's one way to build like actual cover. That isn't the only way. Kath, when we were playing, she did something where instead of that, she went straight to these building parts, and you can kind of just build foundations. This is like more of a free build type of deal. So consider this like the Minecraft blocks, really. You can really build whatever you want, but it does chew through the resources. I'm not gonna lie, the controls for this, they're not great, and you can use like your like mouse keyboard like kind of controls to try and make it better, but for more exact placement like there, and what that'll do is means if I put a bench there, it'll work. If I'm being honest though, I really don't love building with that. It feels very clunky. So let's build our crafting table again, and now we can use it in the rain. Torches are pretty good for getting around. You can't actually, in my experience, put them on the ground anywhere, but there's no accurate way to like really throw them because they go around. All right, skeletons, the mobs. So you'll have your friend here, Bright Bomber. She helps defend for you. So she's kind of, yeah, your ally. And that's what I mean by like a villager perspective. Like you're building a village here. You're starting out the Lego village. All right, so we got to get a bed going, and pretty much that's going to be our spawn location. And this is what everyone's first base is really going to look like. They're just going to be here in under a simple shack with a crafting table and a bed. I still don't know exactly what happens here, but the beds, when you sleep in them, we believe it accelerates the time of day because there's the moon in the back. And if I get up, yeah, it doesn't look like there is actually a way to skip the night. I assumed that it would be like Minecraft, and once you get in the bed, it would skip the night, but that is not the case, which I guess is more indicative of you needing torches to start your adventure. So pretty much at this point, you just want to try and get as many of these things unlocked and built, especially this village square. Alrighty, it looks like the sunrise is coming up. Alrighty, this butterfly, here it is. Okay. This is how they sidetrack you. So this butterfly will randomly spawn at times, and it will take you to a random location that I believe has like chest loot or some kind of special interesting place. So you want to follow it. There's like a little random hut. There's a bunch of like random things hidden throughout the map that you'll discover throughout your adventure. But yeah, just follow this. Oh, a wolf. Watch out for the wolf. Hide in the bushes, just like Fortnite. Because the wolf early game, it's not great, and it's on me. All right, well, there's the chest. I may be playing with my life here, and you can grab it. Now you can hit E to take it quickly instead of dragging it. That's the same as like shift holding it on Minecraft. You just press E. These guys definitely do hurt, but if you run for long enough, they won't chase you too long. If you're ever trying to find your base, by the way, if you get lost, just look up because your campfire smoke will make a little bit of a vertical banner for where you're at. You can also, again, pull up your map as well, and your bed will be there. Also, the game can crash. So that's the thing. I gotta tell you, this is pretty crazy though. 1.5 million people playing right now. 3x that of Battle Royale. Alrighty, and we are back at our bed. So what happens if we crash? We lose everything. Wow, that really sucks. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it doesn't show you where you are on your map, but if you can remember where you crashed, which is a bit of a honestly interesting problem, you can find your backpack and get everything in there. I don't love that. It should show you where your bag is, where you died, but it didn't seem to show unless someone was blind, but I don't think it was there. Anyway, back to the adventure. Alrighty, like I was saying, the most important thing that we can build is this village square. Once we put it down, we'll get a bunch of customization options. I'll go for green, and I'll go for the letter A, because why not? This is base number A. So an additional villager can live at this village, so soon someone else will come around and they'll join the village, but we also do get the benefit of friendly explorers visiting the village as well. At level 2, we can get foragers for hire, but we need to get level 2. So if you head to the upgrade tab, you can obviously do that with more wood and granite. I would recommend going straight for one of these objectives. And we are hungry. Pumpkin is a good food to go for. It takes longer to eat, but you get more sustenance out of it. Definitely my recommendation. The raspberries just take too long to eat. It's worth noting, don't forget about your offhand as well. You can put things in there that aren't pickaxes, so I can kind of hold my pickaxe and eat food at the same time. Again, another very familiar Minecraft mechanic. Alrighty, granite all around. Look, I crashed last time, so we're not going for it this time. They don't despawn or anything, by the way. If my game looks good, it's because I am playing it on the highest graphic settings on PC, so it might look a little different to yours. I definitely think the performance is way better. I'm playing fully maxed graphics, hardware, ray tracing, all of it on. It definitely adds to the immersion. So if you've got a good computer, definitely chuck it on. One other tip as well, a lot of the resources you use for mobs are, great to have. So definitely do think about trying to take some of these baddies out early, because these guys will drop feathers and meat, as you can see in the bottom left. So the feathers can be used to make arrows for your crossbow. And yeah, you saw it. There's poo in the game. That is fertilizer. And you can use it for your farming stuff, as you would in the real world. It's almost like the real world, but in Fortnite. Alrighty, and who is this? Raptor has showed up to the village. Sleeping in nature can be dangerous. So yeah, so he's just giving out tips. So he's going to stay at my village tonight, even though we did not invite him. Literally uninvited to the village. Like, it's fine, I guess. We'll upgrade the village to level 2. And that is the very epic moment. Now, with your villagers, they will also help defend the village, but you can also dance with them as well in sync. You can even play rock, paper, scissors with them. I lost to both of you. It's very embarrassing, but it is cool. You can also pet the chickens, but I think it's better to just eat them. Alrighty, so now we can build a double shack, a poor shack, and a roomy shack, and we can also build a log shed. Now, let's make it real official. Let's build a log shed, all right? This just looks a little, more formal, but it's going to cost a lot of wood to build. So let's go that piece there. Stage 1, stage 2. So at least it auto rotates it for you. And then these pieces as well. A big recommendation I would have when starting out is to just literally farm trees for the most part. So I'm going to try and build as much of this as I can, just to have a nice little solid structure for the actual game. So although I am wasting a bit of my stuff here getting this done when I do have a simple shack right next to me, I just like the aesthetic, And I'm glad I did, because rain is among us. We need to make sure we can get a roof going. It's annoying because it builds the roof last. And now we're out of wood, and that's just epic. All right, so now that we've got to level 2, he'll actually ask for a job. So I'll invite him to my village, and that is awesome. But your village doesn't meet my needs. I can't stay at your village. There's no bed for me. Ah, yes. How could I forget? You do need to make them a bed for all of your village people. How could I be so careless? And we need wood, and we don't have wood. You're going to have it a lot where you're going to run out of resources. So just stay farming all the time. I do find it surprising, though, that the actual rain doesn't take down the campfire. That is pretty funny, I think. But yeah, I'm just going to put this here. I'm not going to let them be his bed, though. I want this to be his bed. So I think if I go over here, I can set my... Oh, it's in the rain, so it doesn't work. And it's cold out here. All right, fine. You can live there. Haha, little does he know his bed is literally in the rain. So I've just given him a place for him to live. And honestly, I'm not that happy about it because I've got the worst place in the village. You know what they say, leaders eat last. He can't even get in the door. Here, let me help you out with that, buddy. All right. Help the village. Currently have no job. Resource job. Collect nearby resources. All right, awesome. Just make sure I have a crafting bench to craft my tools at, and I'll head out and explore while you're away. It'll take me about 1 day of exploration to find something useful. So yeah, he's going to go out and actually go get stuff for us. Here, let me help you with the door. I have a feeling this is going to be a very painful experience, dog. Here, there you go. There you go, buddy. There you go. Lots of different furniture, but a chest is definitely something you're going to want. Uh-oh, a skeleton. We don't even have a weapon, but let me show you. I forgot I have a fright bomber. Awesome. Thanks for the free pickaxe. Yeah, a lot of the stuff you get from the mobs is like pretty much about to break. All right, so the chest requires planks. How do we get planks? We need to make a lumber mill. How do we make a lumber mill? Well, we got to do all of that stuff. And because it's raining, we will get cold. Cold pretty much makes your movement speed go down. You don't exactly take damage, but yeah, you are slower with your movements, which is not great. And I think I've crashed again. Alrighty, well, we're back, and I turned hardware ray tracing off. There may or may not be bugs with it on PC, because I just crashed a couple times, which is not great, but it's good because you do skip the night. So yeah, we've got a bunch of people. He's working. He's done his full day skip. He's going to start gathering resources for us. And yeah, at this point, you can kind of do a couple things. You can go out and adventure, or you can build up your base more and get more village buffs. Kind of these things that you'll get were like just random gifts. People start cooking things, stuff like that. And you go all the way up to level 10, where the 9th one is go forth and forage. NPCs in the village can forage resources from other biomes. That's pretty good. Yeah, just other buffs. That's like one part of the core gameplay is your village. I'm not going to finish his build, but yeah, this is Raptor's whole kind of house and bed. He's going to chill there and he's going to vibe. Alrighty. So we can actually strategically place this under there. So when it rains, it won't actually rain on it. So yeah, this is a lumber mill. Essentially, you need it for planks, which are higher tier crafting recipes. You select what you want. A rod can be used for swords, but we're going to go for a plank. So we're going to assign the recipe, and we're going to chuck in 6 or so, because that is what we need for a chest that we can store 10 items with. So I've just sent Raptor on a task to go out and refine wood for me. I need to be careful though, because I need to get my planks out of here first. And then I also want to make some of these rods as well. So I don't know how he's gonna cook, but he's gonna cook. Now we got our planks. We can make our chest, and you can kind of just place these here, and that way you can organize your stuff. Again, you can press E to quickly chuck it over. And then if you're looking for your resources back, you can just like, how's your job going? And then he's got the resources you're looking for, so we can get the granite. Cool. Get the wheat. Thanks. Continue. And we got 1 granite. Great job, dude. You are incredible. I won't lie, the pacing of the game is very slow. Like, it is a bit of a grind, which, you know, kind of to be expected in some aspects. You want to make a short sword if you're ever going out on an adventure. I mean, the thing that kind of sucks is the durability of these weapons are really bad, but that kind of also does make sense. And there's the beef boss. He's come in. They say the early bird gets the worm, but he's going to stay in our village. Again, not invited. But we can't really have him involved until we get a higher village level. So he's just going to be chilling around for now. If you're going out on adventures, though, it's definitely worth making sure these guys have jobs before you leave. All right, and that's pretty much the basics of what you guys need to know. From here on out, you can adventure on your map and take on different biomes, different landscapes. You can loot different things. But I would recommend just working on these stations, just kind of building things, learning more things to build, learning things to craft, stuff like that, so that you can be well equipped when you leave. Because one of the key problems that I'm actually finding with the game is actually just getting around the map takes a lot of time back and forth. I think I'm going to be starting a series soon. I'm going to figure it out all tomorrow. So if you got any ideas of what you guys would like to see, make sure to comment it down below. Maybe a power SMP. We'll have to see. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Best of luck with your adventures in Lego Fortnite.